What if the lack of conflict in your relationship isn't about peace, but it's about your total compliance? This likely started as like a defense strategy that you needed for safety because you noticed early on that expressing a different opinion led to a coldness that you couldn't really handle, or maybe a level of volatility that felt too expensive to keep triggering. And you started like editing your sentences before they ever left your mouth, and you began anticipating his preferences and adopting them as your own, and you read his pushback as evidence that the relationship was finally becoming stable. And then maybe you decided that being the person who never causes a problem was the most direct path to being the person he couldn't live without. The silence that you're enjoying within all of that isn't a shared harmony. It's a one-sided surrender, and it's where the pattern starts to become universal. Most of us have been trained to call self-abandonment flexibility, and we tell ourselves that we're being easygoing or supportive because having a conflict feels more dangerous than losing a piece of yourself. We use our compliance to meet a survival need, believing that if we never provide a target, then we can't ever be hit. And we've convinced ourselves that as long as there's no yelling, then there's not any damage. The insight is that a relationship without conflict is often a relationship without two people. Peace is the presence of resolution. Compliance is just the absence of dissent. You haven't really built a peaceful dynamic. You've built an arrangement where his comfort is bought with the currency of your silence. The focus has to shift from maintaining the quiet to testing the foundation of it. Stop treating his satisfaction as the primary metric of the relationship's health, and start stating your actual preferences on small, low-stakes matters and observe the reaction. If the piece of the relationship can't survive the presence of your perspective, then the piece isn't real. You aren't responsible for managing his emotional response to your existence. You're only responsible for showing up as a full person and seeing if there's room for you to exist within it.